Hi guys, I'm Ashif Ali and watching CGHOW video. Today I created this interactive shield effect in Unreal Engine material. So this is quick and very easy. So let's start this tutorial. So let's start this. So I have this scene, I have spheres, and if I move, nothing is happening with the sphere. So I want when I touch the ground, the sphere should interact with the ground and there should be something happen with the sphere. So let's make a material. And there's lots of ways to do it. So I just found this quick way to do it. So let's make a material. I'll call it M shield. That makes a space. Okay. And I'll also make a instance and I'll apply on that. And let's open this. So basically, the approach I'm using here, because my material will be a translucent material. If I want to do that with opaque, I cannot do that with this method. Then we have other method to do this. Okay, so I'll just make it translucent and let it be default lit and to side it also. And let's take this. So all the features will be available to you. Then let's say you want you have a depth fade and you just connect it to the emissive. So what will happen when your sphere interact with any other meshes? It will give you that information. So let's see. If I save it here, now you can see it's turning black from the edge. And if I move this here, you can see that black edge here also. Cool. And then you can make parameters for the fading distance. Let me show you also. So this is parameter, default value 100. Let's save it again. And now on the in the instance, you will have a parameter fade distance. And if I increase it, now you can see that thing. Okay. Now I want to like affect only this black part. So first thing, I will invert it. So I want that black to be turned white. So for that, I will just make this. Okay. And now it will turn white because this node will invert, this will node will invert this. And now I want that information to multiply with vertex normal. And then I will make one more parameter to control how much I want. Let's call it WPO. So vertex normal, basically if you open any mesh and you check the normals of this like this. So these are the normals, the direction of faces. So your face will move to the normal direction, okay, through this node. I'll multiply this and connect it to world position offset. Let's turn this off. Let's add a basic color, maybe orange, dark orange here. Okay, and let's save it again. And now it's orange and nothing is happening on the edge. But if you increase WPO, see, and this is the fade distance, and now it's interacting with the ground. So if I move it up, it's working like this. And see, it will also work with this mesh and this mesh and this mesh. It's working like a slime now. But there are lots of good method to make slime. So this is not for the slime. But yeah, you can cheat if you want something like that. So it's all done. Now you can make this a material, shield material. So I'll just do that quickly. So what I'll do, I'll just take one of my favorite texture, aura, that I have, this one. And I'll just take a texture coordinate, multiply, and then I'll take the append vector to make the tiling. So I'll just call the tile X and tile Y. Default value I'll set 1, 1 for both. Then I want pan, and let's preview this. So I want pan on this direction. So let me use power so I can see that texture properly. So it's going up basically. I don't want that to go up much, maybe 0.2 and then 0.5 here. So it's going rotating around and then going up a little bit. Then instead of this, I'll take the smooth step and make the parameter for minimum and maximum should always be higher than minimum, so I'll just add it here. So I have this, and now I'll make one more parameter to control overall opacity. Okay, default value 1, and this will go to my opacity. And for the color, what I'll do, I have this thing, so I'll just take the power node here to control much. Let's call it power, default value 1. So basically, this will be like this if I set here to 1. So I can control it here also like this. Then I want to saturate the values and take the Lerp. And in the Lerp, I will put two colors, one for black, one for orange. So I'll just take 3 vector, convert it to parameter, and this will be color 1. And I'll just copy and paste and make it color 2 and just connect it here. I will change that later. And you can just connect this here. Cool. So let's save it. It's pretty clear, I think. So nothing fancy here. So I'll just save it. So now here you can see already we have this thing. I'll open this, and first I'll increase opacity, maybe this much. Second, we have two colors. So let's make this one maybe orangish or maybe purplish, and this one maybe orange. And then we have a power to control this thing, how much we want. And we have this minimum maximum, so I can make it little sharp like this. And then we have also tiling to do, so maybe like this or maybe this. Yeah, so now it's sealed and it's interacting. Looks cool. Although one more thing, this is like sharp cutting through, clipping through actually the ground. I want little fairness. So we had this, I'll take it again, and we had this, I'll take it again, and I'll just call it 2. And I will not invert it. I'll just multiply this with the last node of opacity. That's it. Let's save it and check. So now with this node, we can make it little faded. Maybe this much is enough, this much. And it looks cool. Now I want little like Fresnel also. So I'll take the Fresnel. That's 22, and I'll take the power and I'll call it right now default value 2 and saturate and Lerp again. So this is my final color. So I will just connect this in the B or A, and then I'll multiply and then connect it here, and this will be my color. So basically the Fresnel will give you this edge, and depending on the white and black, I want to make this overall color dark or bright. Okay, so let's say you also multiply this one and you have this A and B with the multiplier. So we can now make parameters, call it, you can call it M1, whatever you want to call. You can call it inner part or edge, whatever you want. M2 for now. Okay, so both are 0. Let's save it. And now here it turned black, of course, because both values are 0. So let's make it 1. So this is basically edge and this is center. I want to make the edge little brighter, maybe this much, and center part little darker, maybe this much. And we have this Fresnel that we can control like this. And I hope that's it. I'm done with it. And you can use a high poly match if you want. This sphere is not very high poly, but yeah, it looks fine. And I think that's it. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Keep learning and bye bye.